I see the light. It's up. That's exactly right. No more darkness.
Oh, hey, these chairs are more comfortable than our chairs.
It is very easy to flip over in those chairs. And I have
Have you done it? Can you prove that?
Witnessed several attorneys do it.
Is it
Really?
Is it on video?
No.
Anyway,
No, it's not on video.
I'll take my cap off.
you, go by the numbers, because I think my album.
You know what?
You can write on the numbers. Go on the Zoom.
Here, I'll let you write that for me.
Lisa, I have some very serious questions for you as well. Please take a seat.
I don't even know who's on call.
I'm just gonna send it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, we defer that to Marty.
Whatever, I said, slow. See. Oh, here.
I can't see the screen,
You can't?
not from over there.
Oh,
The bottom part of it,
oh, yeah, yeah.
I need a.
That's why
the
the
cap
printout.
on set on. Can you raise that screen any more than what it is?
No. We have to mount it.
Well, it's got an adjustment on it. Is this how's it
It's
go?
pretty much how it's gonna go. But the issue is when you move it, it'll tip over if it's too much higher.
You put a mirror on the wall there. See.
Like at eye doctor's offices,
Get my numbers for me?
a series of refraction mirrors.
We talked about it. It says, I don't know, should change it.
That's a strange request.
Or we could just bring our laptops. Hook into the.
I have one.
Do you?
I do too. Bobby does too.
He does.
Don't
Don't know how it works, but. I'm getting better.
At least you said you had a laptop.
I'm getting better with mine. I actually started checking my emails. And erasing some.
Did you show him what the,
To check his emails?
that was your job?
Is it?
Yeah. This lady.
Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane.
Just.
I thought it was your.
I can skin a buck and run trot line and a country boy can survive. It's,
I
I raised.
Thank
I raised
you.
my.
Just let me in.
are we recording?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got a microphone on your desk?
It's on.
Something. We used to do all that shit. The same as the one. But that's the copy of it. I'm not in that movie. He just.
All right, what time is it? It is 9:07. We are ready to begin our meeting. I'd like to just kind of give a little schedule. Today we will do road and bridge. And then Monday we have kind of a cleanup, library, county clerk, elections, and a few other entities that wish to make a presentation. Tuesday, if there's no objection, I'm going to cancel Tuesday's meeting, budget workshop, because we are going to have to do a lot more work in August once we get the numbers.
Yeah,
so probably just schedule 2 or 3 for budget workshops the first week of August when we have our numbers and we can figure out what we have to spend. And so, any objections to that?
No objection.
Okay. No, that's not the way you said.
No, it's that you just said it.
All right, that's fine. So, any questions on the schedule? If not, let's move on to Road and Bridge, and we will start with Precinct 1. And the Honorable Mitch Curtis will now guide us through his budget.
Well, if you look on the last page, you'll notice that my total is $3,250,756 requested. I'll get to the end real quick, Donna. And last year was $3,292,000, so I cut 40,000 off that request. I just want to start here, like I think my beginning balance is going to be about 295.
That's pretty low too, to start with.
Yeah, well, I don't know that. That was my carryover from the year before, which is very disappointing to me, but I think the reason was not disappointing in the fact that I had some carryover, but the reason I'm disappointed that I didn't spend it all. So, but I think the reason I didn't spend it all is because I was short on equipment. And
Right.
it just makes it difficult to, plus it was my first year and, I probably didn't start the process of trying to,
Figure it out.
yeah, it's very difficult. The first year was, there's a learning curve and, anyways, I learned a lot last year and probably by the next year, I'll probably have a pretty good grasp on it. But, so on, personnel costs, actually, I reworked this last night. Do y'all want to go through that or do y'all need to go through that?
Yes. Are you changing any personnel? Are you adding?
Actually, I've had a few changes happen this week. One of my full-time employees wanted to, work a little bit less, but still stay full-time, which will change the, employee salaries about $10,000. And my comp time, the handout that we had that we were working off of what we had spent was not accurate. It wasn't accurate up to date.
Right.
So,
Well, it was through like
yeah, I
first
did.
of April.
It happened to me last year and I just had forgot that happened. I got a printout this week and, got to looking at it, and I don't think I need $15,000 worth of comp time. I haven't used but 7 to this point, and I don't foresee, unless some kind of emergency happens, I could
Well,
cut.
you need to put it in there because of the weather. You'll find that, if we have a tornado and you guys will be out in the roads.
Okay.
So I would cut it.
All right, I don't understand the group insurance. How's that figure?
It's $12,046. And we do all those calculations
Yeah.
in there. We have a whole spreadsheet, salary spreadsheet, where we put all the benefits and when you calculate an employee, there is roughly 17 cents for every dollar in salary that you have to add for benefits, which includes the retirement and the taxes. Okay.
17 cents.
17 cents for every dollar of salary. And then it does not include health insurance. Health insurance is going to be $12,046 per employee this next year, which is up roughly $950 from last year.
$1,000 a month.
Well, it went, yes, it went up almost $1,000.
No, it's $1,000 per month per employee.
That's what it costs to count.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
It went from what, 8 or 900 a month?
right,
$1,000.
about nine.
So I didn't know what to put on the group insurance. I look back on 24 and 25.
You don't need to worry about it.
Okay,
We
well,
do that. And what happens is we have it all in the salary spreadsheet, which is gonna get populated over here into this one. The only thing that, yeah, everything will be in the salary sheet, so that all that personnel stuff will go over and you will get a copy of the salary spreadsheet to see what the breakdown is on all the
so
benefits.
you can see that the total on that is 846, 161. I foresee that coming in a little bit less than that, but it may not because of the, moving on, office supplies, I went up $500 over last year because I'm down to about 200 and somewhere around 250 right now. And, I don't think I had a full-time office person all through the year, but so I added $500 to that. I added $10,000 to my fuel because I plan on doing actually a few more roads this year, and reclaimers are thirsty.
Well, let's hope the gas prices get
Yeah,
down.
so
10,000 would just be eaten up in the.
yeah, probably
increase
so.
Current,
I
but
think
I'm assuming that, or hoping that by October 1st, they'll be back to a reasonable level. But we shall see.
they'll be back reasonable before the next election cycle.
Uh,
Road and bridge materials, that it changed. You see the difference in it from the year before. Do you see that?
Yes, and I see
Okay.
this right down here.
Contract service.
Yes, just to get it clear, we use a lot of, bar none and D&M. And I just wanted to get those lines separated, so just for clarity.
And what do you use them for?
Seal coat.
Seal coating, okay.
And we use, some tree contractors too, but not nearly, it's not more than $20,000 a year, but.
Right.
So that's the change in that. I could probably go down on uniforms, another $800. I was looking at it, yesterday, and I could go down on that. I could go down. I need to go up a little bit on shop supplies. And the reason I've changed all this, do I need to give you the numbers now, or you just want to leave them the same?
Just update them and put them in or submit them to Nicole or whoever did all the budget stuff that's submitted to Nicole.
All right, so it's not going to change my bottom
And that's
line.
gonna ask all the commissioners to do is give any updates to, does Keegan update that? Did Keegan do that or did you submit your?
I think it's
budgets
the
directly?
auditor's office. I think we turned that budget into the auditor's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, contract services, I had nothing on that line last year. I've got 650 on it this year. I don't foresee. I think I'll come in under that, and if I do, I'll probably move that sometime during the year to, road and bridge materials. I left training at 4,500 simply because I'm hoping that Some of my guys will get CDL license. That's going to end up being a requirement in my precinct
Right.
at some point. I don't know why we ever got away from that, but I lowered electricity because we're still at probably somewhere around 50%. I had to print out, but we're not using that much. So
Okay.
I lowered electricity, gas and water stayed the same. Repair and maintenance, buildings and grounds. I have things that need to be taken care of in, in my buildings, fence, bathrooms, just some things that need to be upgraded. Roof on my truck barn is in trouble. Repair and maintenance machinery, if it looks high, it's $100,000, but we had a reclaimer get hit by lightning this year. And, you know, it doesn't take much to go through that, so I think we're actually over what I
Was that
budgeted last
not
year.
covered under insurance?
It was, but we were, not all of it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just I just give you that as an example. I mean, you're out there working, things happen, so. Tires and tubes, I lowered it 1,000. What I'm gonna change, just to give you a heads up, I had thought about renting another blade because it just cripples me not having one, and Bobby and I were sharing the small blade, but Bobby needs it worse than I do. So, and I need a big blade, another big blade. So I think I'm gonna probably buy a blade this year. So I took that $40,000. I'm gonna take that $40,000 off of rental. It's $11,000 a month to rent one. So,
Yeah.
and the reclaimer's
You gotta
higher than
leave-
that.
You gotta leave some in there though.
Yeah.
You need to leave some in rental, maybe
Uh,
10,000.
I don't think I'm gonna leave it in there. I don't think there's anything I'm gonna rent that I couldn't go take out of Bobby's yard. So,
Have you got that stuff, have you got it squared out now where you don't
Where's
rent
the love?
Yeah.
what do you mean?
or lease? Are you?
I've still got lease. I will get to that in just a second. Let's see, dues and subs. I don't really know how that's figured. Bonding.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
I'm not sure, and I'll get back to everybody on the bonding because it's only an election year when a new,
Okay.
that we pay for a bond, and I'm not sure what the costs are, so I've asked to get the information so everybody can.
So that, you know, if we don't need that, that's gonna come off.
Yeah, I don't know that any of your guys are bonded for anything or not.
When I corrected that line item, what I'm gonna turn in, it went down to 1,853,000 from 1,893,000. So because of the 40,000 there on machinery rental.
Right.
And then I raised equipment purchases. I'm going to raise, let's see, no, let me think about that for a minute. I'm going to lower equipment. Let's see. I'm going to lower equipment purchases. I don't know if I'm supposed to lower equipment purchases and move it to equipment payments. I had thought about buying a used blade, and I'm just not comfortable with that. So I'm probably gonna fund equipment payments. So
I guess, I don't know, does our auditor know? Do we know how that works? As far as, when is it an equipment purchase and when is it a capital outlay lease?
either way, the figure is gonna actually be the same at some point.
Right.
They're gonna
Okay,
balance
so
out.
all we need to know is how much it's going to be. And then if it's going to be, financed,
It'll be financed.
and then the, auditor's office can give us what
Yeah.
those.
So I
numbers.
lowered that to 75 equipment purchases because I'm gonna have to buy a broom. I'm gonna have to have a broom and another dump truck,
$5,000 room.
but I'll have some stuff to sell this year probably that I'm gonna trade out.
Okay, and the capital outlay lease is still the enterprise, right?
Yes, but I purchased out, I'm purchasing 2 of those trucks this year, which will lower it $50,000.
Okay,
Um, and
two of the ones that are on, are they
4 years old, yeah.
are they the,
They're small trucks. They're
patch trucks?
patch trucks.
Okay.
No, they're a 4-door. One of them is my foreman's truck and the other one is a 4-door,
Okay,
3/4 ton, heavy,
okay.
How much you got left to get that stuff cleaned up?
a bunch.
Bunch still?
It'll take the rest of my term. I don't think I have anything I don't think anything comes up next year. But the year after that, 4 of them will come up.
Yes.
And that'll be $60,000 I have to come up with. And then,
The following year, all of them.
yeah, so
Valentine.
it'll be a lick, but I'm not gonna renew that lease. That's a
Yeah, and
bad deal.
what about the dump trucks? You
Yeah,
got
that'll
two
be
of
the
those.
following year, it'll be that. That'll be on it too. And it's strange because all the beds on the trucks belong to us and the truck itself, the chassis belongs to them until I purchase it, but. Anyways. It's a good thing I'm, such an overcomer. Anyways, so equipment payments, I'm gonna move that up to 100,000 because I don't know what that payment's gonna be on that blade each year. I think it'll probably be somewhere around between 50 and 70. What is your payment on your
What are they running?
I'm gonna pay 308 for one. They're not gonna
My 500 is
96.
96 or 8.
Yeah, a year,
Interest.
yeah. 596.
But now the new one, or the other one that I'm getting, the recliner, is 255, I think it was, and it's 58, 56.
I'm gonna put a down payment on it. That's why I had that 75 in equipment purchases for maybe to use for the down payment. And then anyways, I funded all those lines and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use them. And precinct want to get a pretty good benefit out of that. What I've had trouble with on our contractors is the way we build roads, because we have shifted from building oil roads to building stabilized concrete roads with a double application chip seal, is that when you finish that road and you're waiting on that contractor, if they don't get there pretty quick, all your work, the surface of it gets annihilated by the traffic. So I basically have to have the ability to protect the cap of that road before they come in. So I'll have to have a broom and, another dump truck, but that I can chip seal with. We'll in-house chip seal some of our roads. And we've already done some of it, so we can do it, but I need the equipment to do it, so. Anyways,
You can't do it if you don't have the equipment.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've stretched those guys, they've learned, we've all learned a whole lot the last year and a half, because I've had to do things I knew the concept of it, but I hadn't had to do it, but. Anyways, there's a lot of logistically, there's just a whole lot of things that have to fall into place for you to be able to do what we do. Like overlaying is a different ballgame, but when you're building a road from the ground up, it's logistically, your contractors have to be there at a certain time. And anyways, I'm trying to take some of that out of that. So my total capital expenditures would probably go up from 288 to 308. And then I put $200,000 in contingency because like I've got 15 miles of road that I want to build next year, but that's rebuild, a total rebuild. It probably runs between $100,000 and $125,000 to rebuild a road.
How much?
100 to 125. That's just in material and that's not including fuel. I don't really know how to figure the fuel into that yet, but I'm real close on the baseline of what it cost me to go in, pull the ditches, reset culverts, stabilize. We put 30 to 40 loads of base rock a mile each mile, and then we come in every 2.5 tenths and put a truckload of cement and stabilize it. So you have a really solid base underneath it. It's not perfect, but it should tolerate, there's always a little weak spot in a mile or two of road, you're gonna have a little weak spot that you can get, perfect, but we can come back in because we have the capability to seal coat. We can in-house, come right back, if we have to fix a spot, fix it and seal coat it and move on from it, so. But anyways, my total, I think my total is gonna be somewhere around 3,237,000, which will still be less than last year. I'd love to have more than that, but I kind of made my mind up to,
If you had more, would that go into materials or contract service? Where would you,
I'll be materials,
okay,
yeah. Yeah. A 16-foot, 1 mile road, to seal coat it with a contractor is around $25,000 to $27,000. That's about what it costs.
how many miles? 16
One,
foot?
yeah, 16 foot wide, 1 mile is about 27,000.
And
Our
materials-
contract,
and materials only, right?
No,
it's
that's-
a contract
that's-
service,
that's-
contractor
Oh,
comes in, that's
contract,
turnkey.
okay.
I think that I done late this year, I mean, last year was for 28.
It depends on which one you use, and bar none always is over the top, like he.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
good.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
very good, what
That
he's
too, I-
very dedicated to his craft, and, but the other, the AC-10, D&M, their bid is 270, 285, bar none on the, I can't remember, see. They use a different kind of, it's an emulsion, but, they're right at $3, I think, $298.
The ACCM. That's what it's called.
CRSP2 is what they use. It's an emulsion. One of them's an asphalt base and the other one's a water based emulsion. So, but they're both real good products, and bar none does exceptional work. He's dedicated. But he can't always get immediately to me when I finish one either. I mean, you have rain one day. It's just, so I want to be able to do that in-house on some short roads where he don't need to bring all his stuff over there. So, any questions? I made my mind up to try to start with what I had last year.
Mhm.
Because my mindset is we are shooting in the dark here a lot of times, somewhat. We see through glass dimly. We see it vaguely what we're gonna have, but we're not sure what we're gonna have, and I never know, what the other departments are gonna come in with, and, so I wanted to stay in the same area, move some money around, to better fit what we're doing. I'm gonna try to stay true to what I've committed to rebuild, so.
Okay, and for all of the commissioners, the appraisal district special road tax, again, that's the amount we have to pay the appraisal district for collecting your road tax. I've got new figures for that, and it pretty much goes down for everybody, so I will send those out to you so you can put those in there.
And we did talk about shifting everybody back to 25%,
Yes.
even across the board. And I know I saw Bobby's hair stand up back there. I said that, but there's no doubt that I'm out, that when they restructured the voting districts, that I ended up with about 25 more miles, 20 to 25.
Well, Brandon and I have been discussing some of that, and we kind of come to an agreement that they've got the mileage on mine and his flip-flop.
Okay, you got the data?
Well, just kind of what he
Where's
goes,
that sheet at?
I don't have it with me. It's in my desk.
I think it was. I think it was flip flop.
I had
252.
257, something like that.
Ketcog and KSA.
Where's that sheet at?
It's in my desk.
That sheet.
Yes, I got it.
Cause I have I have the least amount of miles.
And I did not reflect a raise in my. Cause I don't know if we're gonna get one.
Right, on the personnel,
Yeah.
right, yeah, that's.
So that was not reflected, so that may
Right.
go up 3% or whatever it may go up, according to Jessica. I'm just kidding. But, so my mileage, it had to have gone up because I took in roads in 3 and 4 that I never had before.
Well, Judge Meyer, 2020 is when they do last time they did the alignment, the lines.
Yeah, I think
The
so.
redistricting?
Yeah.
Yes, 2020 census, and I'm not sure if it occurred in 21 or 22.
No, those roads were already in your precinct when you got in. They were there before.
Before the KSA.
It was actually.
No, when I got in, like nothing has changed since I've gotten into office. When I got into office, those four roads over there, they were already yours. They were Chad's too.
Right, but the percentages weren't changed when we did redistricting.
That's right.
They weren't.
No, the percentages are still the KSA.
Because I don't think this is.
I think I left them at the office, but Lisa was kind enough to do all that groundwork for me and she printed all that out for me.
Precinct 4,
Yeah,
8 o'clock, it's 77.59.
Say that again?
Precinct 4, 77.59, that's just your numbered roads. If you have any worded roads, I did.
You're talking about 77 individual roads.
But how many
We're talking,
miles?
we're,
Couple some.
yeah,
How
we're
many
talking about
miles?
mileage.
We're talking about mileage.
That's what I'm talking.
No, he's got
more than
200.
77.
77.59.
no.
That's
That's
right.
not right.
I want to say, and I remember because I've always used this number, but I've always used 252,
Never mind. Yeah.
and it has precinct 3 as 257 and precinct 4 as 274. I think that's backwards.
Okay, well, as I said before, we need to do an analysis. I will be glad to take on that analysis, but I will need assistance. And what my plan is to and I'll get Keegan to do the KSA report.
It's
To
actually one of the.
to do.
Yeah,
And what I want is 4 rows from each commissioner, straight rows. That we can compare all 4, compare the
It's very
KSA
easy to do.
report against the, if you will email me those roads, and then I will get with Lisa or
They're very close.
some of the others to try to figure out what we're gonna get EDCOG, we're gonna get KSA, and I'm gonna ask your guys, those 4 roads, for your guys to go out and actually measure them with their trucks.
So the roads I rebuilt last year, I knew exactly what the links were on. And I compared them to the EDCOG, and EDCOG looks pretty correct.
Okay,
But I'll go back through it. It's real simple to do. I mean, you get EDCOG's numbers and then you get KSA's numbers. Well, KSA, if your road comes up to a stop sign and turns right, they do a section there. And then they print out.
start over.
Yeah, but it's very defined. Like you can see where they're doing it. They start over from the intersection. So you'll look at your road and you go, I know that road's 5 miles long. They may have 0.8 on it, but then they'll have it recorded from that intersection to the next one. So that's why he wants a straight road. That
Yeah,
doesn't have.
so we don't have to deal with it, we get apples to apples in a
Yeah.
lot of cases.
But I think EDCOG is pretty accurate. It looked like it was.
Okay,
Well, I'll go through it again. I
Well, it's
wasn't overly concerned about it, but I knew that they did not have, the KSA did not probably have the change
the
reflected.
KSA would not have to change.
no, not
But
the-
that's where the percentages came from on the road tax.
that's correct.
So
The percentages have not changed.
I have actually Mr. Commissioner Melton's PowerPoint. And how he presented that to the people was pretty interesting. And it was pretty clear.
Oh.
I just want to say this, it was very clear. It was made very clear that special road tax was for county roads. It wasn't for city streets. And I think the people that voted on that were probably pretty clear on that. just for a heads up. Yes, y'all through with me?
Yes, yes, sir. Any questions? You've been pretty quiet. Now's your time to harass.
He just speaks when we need.
So what that means is he's doing that so that you don't harass him.
Well, anybody said, Bob,
Okay.
that's just wrong.
And not once did you say, can I ask a question? All right, we are now moving on to precinct 2.
My budget's the same as last year.
Okay,
There are a few little changes. One of them, which I'm gonna reduce back out. It's just, it added $30,000 down in repair and maintenance, building and grounds. But we're taking care of that this year. Fence was damaged when a tree fell on it during a storm, and the fence was already in really poor shape. But so we just moved that up to this year. So we're going to take care of the fence this year, and that ultimately, when we do our final calculation of this budget, that'll be reduced back down to 4,000. And that's just in the event that we need something. We can, tubes and tires. We did add $20,000 this year. We've spent $30,000 on tubes and tires. So we're going to leave that at 30 in the event that those are needed. Subscription and dues. We have made a budget amendment this year to increase the subscription and dues up 1388 for the
it's tax.
Yep.
Our tax annual subscription.
yeah.
It gets divided up among
Yeah.
the 5 of us. So
And then I think the miscellaneous expenditure they're showing is 2,700. I think that's an error. I mean, we haven't spent, we put $1,200 in it last year. We've only spent, $344. So I think we'll actually move that back down to $1,200. So in our final assessment, in the event that we're not asking for any additional people, although I heard some disturbing information about some of the plans for this next year that may make these numbers irrelevant. But as it is at this point, I'm going to leave all these just the way they are.
well, it can't be irrelevant because once the budget's set, it's not going to change except if it comes back to the commissioner court to get that moved around. So anyway. So you don't use any contracting? You don't use the for seal coating? Or are you putting that in your road?
Yeah, for now, we've got that in the road materials. We do from time to time.
Can we break it? Would it be possible to break that out? Because we need to. It's not good for the precincts to do differently, is what I'm trying to say. And I know precinct 4 and precinct 3 and now precinct 1 are all doing the seal coating stuff by third parties into contract services, and that would make it a little bit more consistent.
If we can create that line item in precinct 2's budget, I'm happy to carve off some of those funds and put those over there in contract services.
Okay.
But it's not showing up on this.
It's not.
You don't have that one.
No.
Right.
But if the auditor's office will put contract services in mine, I'll populate it.
Okay. What else?
That's it.
Your road appraisal district special road actually went up by $3,100. So, but I don't know why. Again, that's all based on the percentages that may or may not change. We'll find out.
Might need to take a break after this next one.
Oh,
Bobby's gonna keep us here for 5 hours.
No.
All right, moving on to precinct For two, yes, for two, we'll need bonding.
Bobby,
He's got 400. No, that's Bobby. Bobby doesn't need it. But yes, need to do that. And I'll get those numbers.
Is that gonna be your new voting tool, Mitch?
that's right. Actually, I'm gonna have this plaque right here that says Mitch Curtis, and on the back, it's gonna say, just say no. I'm gonna turn it around.
All right, well, we have moved on to Road and Bridge, precinct 3.
Where do I start?
Buckle up.
Where do I start? Well, to start with, I'm gonna just start. Last year, I asked for 2 employees and didn't get any. I'm asking for 2 again this year. When we're doing roads, it takes all hands pretty much at the time. And I get in trouble for people not seeing patch crews. So I'm asking for 2. It's roughly 100,000 more right there.
No, it's more than that.
Well.
So you add all the
I said
benefits.
roughly.
Be about 130 or
How
40.
many you got now, Bobby?
Every
9.
precinct has the same number of employees at the moment. So are you using trustees?
Yes, I am. 2. I was using 4, but they've cut us back to 2. And I lost them for a while because they didn't have nobody. So that's pretty much in them employees, what I'm asking for. Notice I'm asking, I'm not demanding, I'm asking for all of this. My office supplies went up $500 because we went over it a little bit. My road and bridge material, my lubricants are staying the same at 90. My road and bridge, I was at 1693, 1,693,000. I'm asking for 200 or 2 million this year.
What would you say the majority of that consists of? Crushed rock?
Concrete, crushed concrete and oil. But mixed with the we've done this year, well, since I've been in office, I think we've done right at 40 miles of road. And
Rebuild?
yes, sir. And the biggest majority of them, we got ditches done too, so. And then in that road and bridge, which it comes out of that too. I'm gonna say that in a year and a half, we've replaced close to 100 culverts. And I was told about 3 yesterday that need to be replaced.
How many of them are related to flooding?
That's a different deal. It's over here. I don't have a number on it. But this is from May, that 10-inch rain that we
Right.
got in 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is the repairs on it.
Okay.
And I was gonna give that to you today. So that May flooding cost us a lot. But I think that my people, my taxpayers deserve more than what I've been able to give them. And we are working very hard every day, and I think that 2 million will help us a whole lot. I know it's 400,000, 300 some thousand more, right at 400,000 more. And I feel like that we will be able to to accomplish more of the roads.
But your contract services doesn't go up.
No, no, I left that the same.
And it looks like, you know, as of April, you only used a quarter of that. Is that picked
Yeah,
up?
but we're fixing to finish that up. That will be wiped out. Shop and tools, I dropped that down 4,000. Cause we bought most of everything we needed this year, so I dropped it a little. Contract services, like you said, stayed the same. The repair and maintenance, building and grounds, we dropped it 2,000 from 4,000. Repair and maintenance machinery, trucks and stuff, I dropped 20,000 on that from 80 to 60 because my in-house mechanic has made a big difference on a lot of that. Tires and tubes, we had to buy a lot of tires and tubes this year. I went from 18,000 to 12,000. That appraisal district you said went down, but I figured I went up
It's
like
four-
it did this year.
It's 42,720 for you. That's what
Okay.
the allocation would be.
Okay.
But I'll send that out.
So I can drop that from, I went to 50 because it was right at it by the time that I kept having to add money every time it come due. You know, it seemed like I did. So we
Wow.
went from 36 to 50, but we could change that. You said it was 40,
42,720.
it was
Yeah.
46 last year, 350. So or this year.
That was the budgeted amount, but you're not actually being charged that much.
The budgeted amount was 36,250, right?
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
you've had additions,
Well, and I don't know why you added $10,000.
I had to because when we would get it, it would be up that much.
Okay, but you've only spent 23,000
As of when, we just made
as
another
of
one. didn't we?
April, so I don't
We
know.
just made another one, I think.
Okay. Well, I will get with the auditor's office to find out because there's been discrepancy in what I thought the percentages was and what they said it was. And those percentages are the agreed percentages, not the road mile percentages. So I was using road mile thinking that was how it should be done, and it wasn't.
But you'll get with us on that.
Yes,
You'll get
I
that
will.
to us. Okay. Miscellaneous expenditure, we went up from 1,200 to 2,700. So it's on that page. Equipment purchases, I had 75,000 in there. I dropped it to 50. I'm gonna have to. I think my big machinery, I think I've got taken care of. But I'm gonna have to buy a patch truck. And from what I've put together, somewhere in around 50, I can do that.
You buy new or used?
Well, I've looked both ways and it depends on where and when. I might have to add $4,000 or $5,000 to it if I get a new one. And it might be 10,000 less on used. You know, so.
Well, best budget for what a new one would be, and then if you're able to.
Well,
save
just
a used
go
one.
ahead and change that to 60 then.
Yes.
You wanna buy one of mine?
You what?
You wanna buy one of mine? I got one that's got about 40,000 on it.
We'll talk,
And it's 2 years, 3 years old?
we'll talk. And then the shop equipment stayed the same. My equipment payments were 90, I had it at 95, but I think it's 98, 97
So the grade all.
for the grade all. And then we're buying the new reclaim or used reclaimer. And that will, so it upped it to around 160 for my payments for both of them.
Okay.
That's interest and all the way I've got it fixed. In there, I know they've got two different lines, so it probably needs to be separated out, I guess. But the interest on the equipment payment. And I did not, I did have it, I don't have it with me on the reclaimer. I did have the interest on it, but like I said, I don't have it with me. And I did pay, it was $255 and I did pay $25,000.
Yeah. So all you need to do is, you just need to know what the total payment is gonna be,
Okay,
and the
so-
auditor's office will do this.
So it's between the two payments are gonna be around 160
Okay.
for both payments.
You know, and on those, the lifespan on the machine for the county, if we take care of it, could be 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
And
And
I know these numbers are huge, like when the public sees that, but like you could get, if we have a good maintenance program, you could get 20 years out of it.
And we do, and you can come to my shop and Carl will
Mhm.
pull it out and show you what's been done to every piece of equipment we've got this past year and a half. When the oil's been changed, the hours it was changed at. I mean,
That's good.
he's good at that.
You probably can get more than that on that big machinery.
I don't think we have. I mean,
We had
I'm
stuff
just
in the
saying.
nineties that were used.
Yeah,
I think-
yeah,
I think
big
that-
machinery.
I
If you
think
take
that
care of
really-
it, it'll last a long.
I think that reclaimer that's yours is an 80s model.
Yeah, it's good.
And that I've got maybe it's right in that area.
That's the key. You got to maintenance.
Yeah.
Well, I think there were some pretty lean years in
Yeah.
this county where there were some things
Wasn't
maybe that
taken
will
care
let
of.
go.
Yeah.
And that tell you that, you know, I'm to the point where if I can't maintain my machines, if I don't have the money to maintain my machines, I don't need to be out there doing road work.
Right.
Remember when I first got in office, the first month was servicing vehicles. They hadn't serviced them ever. And I remember we changing the oil and it was tar
I've seen some-
coming out of there. I was like,
I've
since
seen
y'all
some
changed
of
it,
that.
well, we've never done it.
I've
I'm
seen,
like,
I've seen
oh
some
my
of that.
God.
So, back to the total for it all, I'm about a $500,000 above what I was last year. That's material, that includes extra help. I think,
It doesn't include a pay raise.
no, but I mean, it will,
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that better? Right on.
Oh,
On is yes,
yeah,
no is no.
well, we'll pay you.
Well, you did calculate out numbers in that regard, in some cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually added new employees and calculated the
Don't do cheap.
benefits there, but.
But my overall is, actually, I think it looks like it's about 450,000. Pretty close to that. Or is it? No,
Yeah.
it's about 500.
It's 450. 450.
You know,
So-
people don't realize like during the summer, we have to have a mowing crew running, back crew running. Plus we're building roads like, I'm just saying just to, maybe if anybody possibly is listening, but it takes like, I would love to streamline my crew down to a smaller crew. All you have to have is one storm. And then in the summertime, you have to have 8 or 10 people working just to get the bare minimum done. So
Well, I have one guy on a boom axe right now, and I would love to have one on a mower, but I don't have that right now.
So Bobby, let me ask you this, on those two employees. Kind of like what Mitch was just saying, in the summertime, we could definitely use them. But in the wintertime, it's kind of,
Well, if it's,
it's not as blow and
but
go.
I know this is a big word, if. My daddy used to say if a frog had wings, he wouldn't blow his butt every time he jumped. But, if we have the winters that we've had the last 2 winters where we was able to just rock and roll right on through the winters.
We think too, used to bring in seasonal people.
I still
But,
get
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But here's the deal on the seasonal people. is getting those that will take care of your stuff,
Yeah,
your equipment.
it's true.
And that can end up costing you more than a full-time employee.
Plus, you always know they're gonna be brand new. They may
Yeah.
not,
Every 6 months, you gotta
they,
do
they,
something different.
yeah, they've gotta
Yeah.
pay bills 12 months of the year, not 6.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I've tried some of that and sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't.
I think that when commercial is these people with the same kind of back. Oh, so we have four seasons.
Yeah, that's what I just see. I've found luck with retired farmers.
It was retired people that work for the county in the past. Or
Yeah.
And back, like, you know, they were retired, your kid makes so much a year or whatever.
Yeah, they just wanted something to do,
Yeah.
but they knew what they were doing.
The
Yeah,
ones I've
I-
talked to like that don't want no part of it.
and
You know,
especially if
they-
they can mow, they can do things that,
Yeah, that's what I do with mine.
yeah. And we started mowing earlier this year and people seem to appreciate that.
That's what I say, it'll go back to that, the winters being not so bad.
Yeah.
We've worked right on through them, you
Mhm.
know. And,
And when winters aren't so bad, grass starts growing a little earlier.
yeah.
And you really have
And
to
Mitch
deal
can
with that, right?
testify to that because he's built roads right on through the winter.
But
I can spend all my money if my budget was 6 guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
But the truth of the matter is, I need a bare minimum of 8, and I could use 12.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just stretched out all the time, like, but if you look at everybody that comes in here, they're all stretched out, like everybody is struggling to get their jobs done, you know, I mean, I was thinking about, Misty Stanberry, you know, what she said about her ladies never sitting down, and that's the truth, probably. I mean, I believe what she said. I've never been in there where they're not backed up. So I think we all would love to have more. And I will say this about Bobby's precinct. He can justify everything he just said, probably. I think,
So how many patch crews do you have?
I'm running 2 right now.
Okay, is that full time or do they
No,
go do mowing or?
The crew with the inmates
Mhm.
is all the time.
Okay,
The other crew, matter of fact, right now, I'm running 1 guy on 1 truck patching. And then the inmate crew. The other guys, because we're doing ditches,
mhm,
and when we're doing ditches, I have to have my drivers there. They
Mhm.
can't be doing anything else. I gotta have, and then I got 2 guys running blades. And sometimes, a lot of times now, we're running 3 blades a day. Because a lot of our roads out around the 3,800 Rolling Oaks out in that way are still the old Cleachy Rock roads. And we've been running blades every day. You know, trying to straighten them up and help them out.
well, especially when you have rain every weekend, like
Yes.
you have,
Yes.
for the last
Yeah.
month.
So I've got guys scattered everywhere.
and it's a safety issue. I think it is.
Yeah.
To have one man in a truck.
yeah.
I agree, but that's,
Yeah, I know. I've got one too, and I thought
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a tracking device on that truck so I can see it moving.
yeah. Well, I don't have to worry
Not,
about
not,
that.
not because,
He's running 4 loads of patch crew.
no, I understand,
by
but if
himself.
he had a heat
Hmm.
stroke or fell out on the side of the road.
And the inmates are running 5.
So
Yeah.
So he's doing 1 less than 3.
I just wanna be able to see him move every now and then,
Yeah.
you know, not because I don't think he's
He's
working.
still a pretty
because-
young guy. He's healthy. He goes. And the sad part about it is he is a season,
Oh, man.
you know.
But, and you can't get 2 more trustees to work because.
Oh, I could,
Well, but you've gotta have
I've got 2 judges.
you got 2.
Yeah, father
Yeah.
and son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the stringers,
Mhm.
they're both certified.
Okay,
But the father is in a boom axe,
so,
you know. Cause he's good
yeah,
at that,
mhm,
you know what I mean?
right.
They won't lose a good operator.
No. So, I mean, believe me, we've got them positioned and
Mhm.
spread out too at the same time where we get the best production and protect our equipment. Cause I include that in because I feel like that's a very important part
Right.
of our daily
Right.
work. Is taking care of the equipment. And also too, you was talking about, Mitch, the maintenance and all on the machinery. I don't know how y'all work it either, but we have a daily sheet that they fill out what they done that day, how much material they used that day, and everything. You know, and what road it was used on. So,
For a long time, when Lisa was there here in the office, we posted those online and I had one person ask about that, if that could be done. And you know, and so we did a little test when Lisa moved over to precinct 1 and stopped posting that online, and nobody said, "Hey, what happened to the
Report.
what happened to the report?" So nobody was
and
looking.
we've run into that with our precinct 3 network page.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months, I guess, since I posted anything, and the only complaint I've had is my wife. Want pictures to post on there? Do what? Well, there's a bunch of new stuff on it.
Yeah, cause when she says something, he jumps.
Yeah, I do.
That's
And
why.
he writes her songs.
I write songs for an anniversary.
I was looking for a weak man.
Romantic.
a strong man.
All right. Anything else for precinct 3?
That's all I got.
No,
All right, moving on to precinct 4.
Mine's all subject to change. I just went 3.5% all the way across the board. But you know, like on my shop supplies and tools, I can come down off of that quite a bit. I mean, look at the past, I had to put that much there. I kept the training the same, even though I went over this year because I did do the CDL. I got 3 guys that get a CDL this year, so that's why I went over this year, but keep it the same.
That's wise.
Very glad.
What does it run for CDL training?
I want to say it's 1,500 per person that was for everything.
Mm-hmm.
1,500 per employee.
That doesn't include the hours of their time. This includes
That's
the.
just the training.
Yeah, that's just the training.
Yeah.
what about those classes you have to go to, like we all have to go to continued education, does that come out of training?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
So,
but that's why I went over this year, but I should do that again this next year.
What? Somebody ain't been.
My electric can come down. I'll get that fixed. My repair, maintenance, and machinery, you know, you don't ever know about it. So I just put in the same amount, but we haven't used. I mean, this year we're at probably about $20,000. That's it. And I think that goes back to maintenance. We're not having to spend money on.
But it could go over that real quick.
Yeah. Same thing with tires and tubes. I'm not spending it, but you never know. And then I just need to figure out how much, just like everybody else, how much is going to be there, because I've got a $200,000 bridge project coming up. The text dot is building a bridge on I've gone blank on the roads. They're building a bridge, and I've got to do a 10% match. And theirs is $650,000. So I've got to match $65,000. And I tried to get a project here and a project there and everywhere to make $65,000, but nothing was we never met the standards from TxDOT. So we did find a place on Alligator Creek that just floods constantly in the spring, and it's got 3 tank cars, and it still floods. So we're going to put a bridge, and I got a quote for $193,000. So I'm just going to say $200,000. It's about a 40-foot bridge that I think will alleviate that problem. So I'm going to have to budget that. Either this year or next. I've got 5 years to do it. But I'm going to have to budget that, but I'd like to get it done.
Now, is that something that TxDOT takes on the engineering and the work, and then we?
No.
Who does the work?
You could be contracted out.
Contracted, okay.
You using Josh?
That's who I got the bid from.
I like him. He's the one that built my steel bridge.
Yeah.
And also too, we had a bridge where the apron had slid down. That the state had done
Yeah.
because they did not connect it to the rest of the bridge. And it's been inspected. I don't know if it's every year, every 2 years, but for the last 4, 5, 6 years, it's been inspected and they've wrote us up on it. And so they told me this year pretty much that I had to get it fixed. And I was told it was this ungodly amount, like $1 million to fix it. I had Josh to come in there and fix it for me. And it was 19,000 something. You know,
And that's
and
why,
that's another one of them unexpected expenses out of your material. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
When you do $196,000 bridge, do you have to take bids on that? You have to go out for bids on jobs like that?
Yes.
you gotta get bids.
So you have to have a pretty clear criteria of what you're bidding
Yeah,
on.
and they have to be, they have to meet the qualifications of the textile with engineering, which Josh does. And I did get his, and I don't know if I'm gonna use him or not. I probably will, because he's a local guy. He's from Ben Wheeler. And he's got,
and he does good work.
he does work for textile all the time. So, that's where I only got the one bid, but that's where I got it from. So, but I really use him than somebody out of Dallas.
I was just talking about the legality of it, like
Yeah.
you have to go out. How do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Is it bid in here? How do you go out for bids on something like that? What do? Do you have, I guess you have to get specifications of what they're bidding on, specific criteria.
You have to put together an RFP.
Do I have to do that?
Anything over $100,000, we have to go out for RFP, which means we have to do the spec sheet on what's required. It has to be published in the paper, and then with the dates, and then you go through the whole process of getting the bids in and selecting from the bids.
Okay.
So it just has to be.
Well, let me ask this question, because it's not like,
I think there's something on the
Yeah.
bridge. We need to pull that folder, and I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I think I remember Virgil using that guy for some reason and said that he didn't either have to go for a bid or something.
there's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there, because
Well,
how are you gonna know if it's $100,000? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how much this costs.
Well, a lot of cases, if it's an emergency issue, then we don't have to.
Yeah.
So when I worked for the county before, we were, TxDOT was still doing that matching. They were doing it then. And they actually allowed us to put tank cars in on some of them to match. A certain amount of tank cars would equal a bridge.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's changed or not, but.
It doesn't
And
matter as long as the money.
So they would build a bridge for, and this is 20 years ago, a concrete steel bridge for, say, $150,000. And we put in 3 cans. And then Curtis Nealon began to come in and build bridges for us, concrete steel bridges. And what he could build for $50,000, TxDOT would spend $250,000. And we're just having a discussion here, right? I have a concern. I would have a concern in my precinct if a guy came in and said it's gonna cost you $1 million to fix this, and the guy came in and said I can fix it for $19,000. That would concern me a little bit on a bridge that carries a lot of water. I would be concerned. I would be concerned about whether or not that was studied well enough.
Well, to start with on that, I don't know that there was an actual bid at $1 million. I was just told by,
And we do have a problem with people exaggerating things sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
But they would come in and either bid bridges or come in and bid tank cars and do different things. Totally different people.
And the bid sheet that I got from Josh, I've got it. I mean, it's very detailed.
right.
I mean, it's down. I mean, it's very, very detailed.
He is very detailed everything he does. And it's,
But I'm gonna have to address this issue within the next 4 years.
That sounds like you
And then,
Alligator Creek, you talking about?
yeah, I've got the road number, I can't remember it. And I guess do I have to publish that in the paper that the road's gonna be closed for 6 months?
No figuring out.
And all that.
I did it for a week,
Yeah.
week and a half, I did. But I did have my guys to go knock on doors, one of them.
Yeah, I was gonna tell the neighbors, but
Yeah.
that's nothing to do with the budget, but
I figured it was better to go knock on the doors. There wasn't but about 10 or 12 doors on that road, so I figured it better to do that, because a lot of people said, well, I don't ever get on the internet, you know.
so I guess that you can look at my budget, just it's really worthless until we find out how much we have, because I've got to try to figure this $200,000 bridge
How
out.
you gonna allocate it all?
Yeah.
Mine's pretty simple. I just took my roads and I prioritized them. And if I don't get the money, the bottom ones on the bottom row will fall off. I mean,
So that's mine. And
No new equipment?
yeah,
You got equipment purchase $150,000.
yeah, I may have to get a dump truck. I've been slowly replacing all the 1970 stuff. And I'm getting there. Like this year, we got a tractor and another patch truck, and I think we're going to try to replace the dump truck next year.
Okay. Is that new? $150,000, is that new or is that used?
I'm gonna try to get a new one.
You may have some.
I don't want. I've learned.
You don't want bitches.
I've learned to just if you take care of it, get it new. It lasts forever, because I bought one used vehicle and I bet you I've spent more on that vehicle than I paid for it. And I got it used. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to get new and we're going to take care of it.
Okay.
So that's mine.
All right. Few other questions. I wish Cliff was back, but I'll go ahead anyway.
Well, I got Keegan's if you want Keegan's real quick.
Okay.
She I talked with her the other day. Basically, only thing I did with her was, where do I have her? Right here. I just gave the 3.5% raise on there. She is asking for a computer for a laptop. And I think us four can justify her having a laptop to take home, because she does do a lot of work at home.
Yes.
For us. She is asking for a laptop computer.
Okay. That needs to go to IT.
But
so how do we,
IT has a schedule of all the different employee types, whether it's the sheriff's office, the fire marshal, an office place person, on the equipment requirements and what they cost to do that. And so
Yeah.
we'll have to get with him to find out.
I was concerned about compensating someone who's working from home. Like, how do we do that?
She does things at home and puts it in as hours, already hours for Sunday or she adds to her time sheet.
Right.
They compensate.
I just didn't wanna, I didn't wanna short her.
You're correct. You need to have them be working, they do, as long as it's supervisors, programs.
I even do that from time to time with my foreman, like on the weekend or something. If I need to talk to him about something, I'll add an hour or something, depending on what we did or how much we did, maybe 30 minutes.
Right.
But yeah, I do that because I don't want nothing coming back on us.
It's we've been through an audit.
I called him at 10 o'clock that night.
Oh, you, okay. I can tell. I've heard about it, it's not pretty.
Right.
I have heard about it, yeah.
And I think most of the work.
That was
she's
20
doing-
years ago though, right?
No, it was like 17 or 18. Oh, yeah, and I worked till, it wasn't long before I started, yeah, it was right before.
And it was a labor an hour or wage and labor.
We had to go. Out, and then. Badge. Which is why we switched to the electronic system.
Judge, I don't know if you had that, but
While y'all are, real quick,
We weren't on it.
Yeah, it's in,
oh, is it in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
think about.
Is this that last one?
Hold on. Hang on just a second.
Is that?
Yeah.
Hold on
It's
just
the
a
last page of this permit.
Susan's trying to tell us something.
I'm sorry.
For the mapping for election in November. You may want to consider 2 laptops for instead for Shannon instead of laptop. I have a laptop for that.
okay, that would be addressed tomorrow or Monday, right?
Okay, I didn't know if it was gonna be here or through. our-
No,
Okay.
no, it'd be through your budget. Okay. I had a couple questions. How many of y'all have dedicated mechanics?
Me.
Okay, Bobby, and I know.
Well, he's a mechanic operator. He does what we do.
Okay, or I have a qualified mechanic that can fix things.
He's
This
good
is
at
what-
it. He's good at it.
Okay,
He may not be certified, but he's qualified.
Marty? Marty?
I
Okay,
actually have 1.5. But
Okay.
I'd just say 1.
okay. How about you, Brandon?
We're all mechanics.
All
He
mechanics.
got 8 of them.
We do the simple stuff. If it gets hard, we send it out.
There's still some stuff, even though you have a full-time mechanic, that either you can't get time for them to do it and it needs to be done. I've got a truck in the shop right now, big truck, that needed a complete brake job on. And it broke a front spring plumbing too on my roads. I'm talking about the front spring broke plumbing too.
Hmm.
And there's 2 other pieces of equipment in the shop that my mechanic's working on. So I said, send it to Kim or Jordan to get it fixed. You'll probably be ready
I
Monday or Tuesday.
think you don't have the right tools to.
Right. Well, we've tried to do, that's reason I spent quite a bit in the tool area.
Precinct 4 used to have one, but it was basically he slept half the time because
I don't know if it was
no work going.
I don't get to do that.
We run a different operation though. It's like, and I think we've said this before, but when you're running reclaimers and mixers and those kind of machines, they break down. Like they're taking a beating.
Well, it's not only that, you gotta change them bullets out every so often too on them, and that's a heck of a job.
We do the small stuff,
Yeah,
but the big stuff.
what is a bullet? I saw an invoice for bullets for
That's what-
precinct 1. I was thinking,
That's
he's building an arsenal or
That's what
something.
that's what grinds the road up on the
Oh,
drum
okay.
of the
The
reclaim.
wheels.
The teeth? Or the-
Yeah.
Okay,
They're called bullets.
okay.
They look like a
I
bullet.
thought he was starting an arsenal.
They just look like a bullet.
Well,
Well, you know, you can't ever tell about me,
yeah.
you know. I'll get better. We're gonna start our own.
Well, if it
we're
made it
gonna
to
start
the
our own-
auditor's office, I knew it was legit, okay?
I'm gonna start my own party over there.
Cliff, I asked the question, how many have a dedicated mechanic? Or
Yes,
a
we
good-
do.
You do, okay.
You know, we don't have stuff break very often because see, we don't ever use it. So he does other stuff, but we do have Sean, does a great job. We located him and he saved us a lot of money over this last year in repairs.
Okay. All right, and then my next question is, has anybody used Net RMA for advice, road advice or engineering advice? Contacted them about anything?
Yes.
You have? Okay. I just want to
Any
know.
comment on that?
We had. Well, he probably knows Mark. It's Mark McClanahan that we all know, and he's the one that is available to us. Was it? Okay. Did,
It has to do with, the legality of changing the flow of traffic and, engineer studies and, not engineer studies, but basically, traffic studies. Um, the legality of putting up, devices to be able to measure traffic flow, weight, speed. I called him for something else too. Golly, I can't remember what it is, but anyways, I've talked to him 3 or 4 times since
Okay.
they came in here.
all right. Check it out. That's all I have. Anything else?
Motion to move on.
All right, we will end our workshop for today at 10:20. And we will see you Monday morning at 9 AM for the next one.
I don't know if I'm coming to that one.
I will not be here for that one.
Right.
I would be. I have a. I'm gonna call.
I will be.
See you later.
In Rusk.
All right.
Yeah,
Hospital.
but a workshop, you don't know.
Right, there's nothing discussed, and you can always go back and watch if you need to.
That's my intent.
Okay. And you can always call in and to add a question if you wanna do it
Okay.
by Zoom.
Yeah, put it back on there for me, please.
Uh,
Oh, that's yours is Monday though.
All right, let me get everything closed down and I'll be.
I didn't make this sticky note. I don't know who did it. Oh, maybe it's, no, it's no, it.
I have to. Conversation.
Top secret.